So from my early age, I thought that nothing is really impossible, And as Audrey Hepburn says, the word itself says, I'm possible. And so I do believe that as long as you don't go against the laws of physics, many things today are really possible. And in my career, I did quite a lot of things that seem impossible, and we proved the contrary. For example, when I was still an engineer, I worked on what is called the Very Large Telescope. So it's 4 big telescopes. The primary mirror is 10-meter diameter. The building is more than 25-meter diameters. And these telescopes are installed in the north of Chile, in the desert of Atacama. And you can see on this slide how it looks like. So they cut a mountain and they install the 4 telescopes on the top of the mountain, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert. And these telescopes, each telescope is 4 billion times more powerful as the human eye. And when you combine the 4 telescopes, thanks to interferometry, it's 25 times more powerful than 1 telescope. So thanks to this telescope, of course, the purpose is to observe the far end of the universe. And thanks to the VLT, which is the name of this telescope, Very Large Telescope, they could be able to see some celestial objects which are a little bit before the Big Bang. And so they could really understand what happened a little bit before the Big Bang. And this telescope is so powerful that if you are on the Earth, you can see the lights of a car that will be on the moon. So that's quite fantastic. And again, initially, it looks like a crazy idea, but humans prove that it is possible. Another project that seemed crazy by that time was nuclear fusion. And I was one of the very first one to work on the very first prototype of nuclear fusion. And by that time, everyone was thinking, yes, that's crazy, etc. But now people are building the first nuclear fusion plant in France. It will take, of course, quite a significant amount of time before it's really working, but it's on progress. I also introduced interactive kiosk in different areas, so hospitals, etc., to allow mentally disabled children to play with this, with touchscreen. And it was the very first touchscreen. Now, touchscreen, again, is a commodity. Everyone has this on the smartphone. But by that time, we had not so many touchscreen. And now and by that time, it was very helpful to help these mentally disabled children to play and to learn some things, etc. And again, this now has been leveraged because if you see this small robot, which is manufactured by a Luxembourgish company called Lux AI, which combine robotics, artificial intelligence, this small robot is interacting with children who have autism, and thanks to this robot, it's really helping these children. So again, it looks crazy initially, but we prove that it can really lead to some breakthrough solutions.